and that was one of the first collectible items you could get in Team Fortress 2. It even came with its own video about it. That was, to me, that was spectacular. Like, we get a new type of weapon? Oh my god! Beautiful. Down, 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 down. Into the center of the earth. Boom. Boom. By the way, Worthy Kids is homeschooled. He ended up being homeschooled from like way early on, and that's how he got the chance to actually get into all of the things that he got into, i.e. the animation, the music. He never had to, like, he used to play with his brothers and his few friends that lived around him a lot, but yeah, he like dedicated himself to this sort of thing, that sort of thing, which is great. By the way, he also, if I remember rightly, yes, Steve is actually based off of Pennywise. So I actually watched a video about he got like a Q&A, and he got asked a few questions like, who is Steve? Who is he based off of? Where'd you get the idea for Big Top Burger? So apparently when he was younger, he used to play Dungeons and Dragons and stuff with his younger brother and come up with funny scenarios for the idea of Big Top Burger. And during that time, he came up with this idea of a like much more sympathetic Pennywise, where this Pennywise was a lot less evil, but also a lot goofier, but still not 100% trustable. And that's kind of where the idea of Steve comes from. So the character Steve is 100% based off of Pennywise. Oh, I know, Fazbones. I said that at the beginning of the stream that I was going to be streaming that, so I'm probably going to take tomorrow off in order to play Deltarune the next day, so I can prep myself for it. I am excited too. I cannot wait. We have waited 3 years. Super cool spookies.
Dr. Scott, I have heard much about you.
I can't imagine how busy the site director is. It's a pleasure.
Please call me Dr. Roth. I apologize for suspending tests at Safe Class. I hope it wasn't an inconvenience.
Level 4 clearance. I love the level 4 clearance sign was kind of just barely taped on the door.
Oh. Called you in here today because I've heard you've been quite the team player.
Go away.
Please, at least review our notes.
I need in here.
Only the site director has access. Safe Class is getting shuffled around.
Where am I being reassigned?
I don't believe that those things aren't safe, bro. Those things aren't safe at all. They will fucking kill you. I guess they're safe in a way that, because so long as they're locked inside of a box, they can't do no harm, but they can kill people. These are the living lawn ornaments. This isn't, by the way, this isn't SCP's 106. I love the reference, though. I love that. Stop it. I'm going to steal away all your points. I'm going to consume them and become more powerful. This is not helping. I am just being bombarded. But yeah, this is, so I believe, yeah, so this anomaly is just a bunch of lawn ornament flamingos that kind of they used to migrate from lawn to lawn, and they would make flamingo noises. And if you tried to uproot them, like if you went out to harm them or tried to uproot them, they would all come out of the ground and fucking stab you with their like needle-like legs, because that's the things that, you know, keep them in the ground. And you don't die quickly. You die by basically a thousand cuts, because there's so many of them. But they're so cute. They're very vicious.
You've got to be kidding.
Well, you want a break from studying sentient lawn flamingos? Come help my team.
Doesn't the site director realize his meddling only impedes progress?
Well, he may not be around for long.
What?
Look, don't repeat this, but he's retiring. And the rumor is that whoever cracks this problem my team has been working on gets his recommendation.
By the way, you're a bad actor. I don't mean like the actor's actor. This guy is like totally bullshitting him right now. But also, this actor is also kind of he's not terrible, but I can I'm not buying it.
What recommendation?
To replace him.
Told ya. I fucking told you, chat. I told you don't mess with the damn things. They are vicious and they will attack.
I'll do it.
It went through in his entire arm. You saw that. Kill the fucking living plastic useless lawn shits. Yeah, they are useless.
I'm just happy to help.
What were you doing at Safe Class?
Testing. SCP-3348.
You know, I used to be much better at this. I don't recall 3348.
3348. Which one is that one? Oh. You mean the serpent's, the Lost Dictionary of the Serpent's Hand. Oh. Yeah, that is quite the thing to try and crack if you're trying to crack the Serpent's Hand. Good luck with that. Those guys are very tight-lipped about their secrets.
Neither do I. Hume sensors detected SCP-3348 lying in the grass outside the Foundation one day. Little is known of the author, but he did include a note identifying the object as a fraction of the ancient language of the Kaijanithionians. It's the only evidence of their existence. It reads like a handwritten dictionary. But if you speak the words near an object or a person with the characteristics of that definition, the object loses those traits.
Oh.
Obviously, the implications of anyone wielding the Kaijanithionian language for personal gain are devastating.
Yeah. I didn't know that anything about this other than just a little bit of this. I never investigated this SCP. Damn, bro. That's actually very scary. Feel. You could literally say the word feel, and anybody who has anything, any way of feeling would lose it. You say liquid, and everyone around you would lose their liquids. You say run, and I bet you people would lose the ability to run, or refrigerators would lose the ability to run, or anything like that. Okay, okay, now do the Family Guy death pose.
The implications
Hi, Karma. By the way, Karma, you were the majority of the support during the MalO subathon, by the way. You lose the acted, so that's interesting. And terrible. Doors would lose the ability to open. Interesting. People could lose the ability to struggle. Damn, bro. This book, this should not land in any hands of anybody That book needs to burn. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of who here remembers reading Aragon? Who remembers the Dragon Riders of Aragon? That's it. That's there was the ancient language in that book series. If you spoke the magic word or whatever word that the ancient language said, it would do things. So if you said the word fire, you would literally make fire. It's the same concept. It's like turning off features or removing them in a video game. Yeah. Except for in that one, the magic words would take away like your energy, whereas this would just gets rid of things. It doesn't create things. It just gets rid of them.
Personal gain are devastating.
You could get rid of somebody's sight, somebody's love.
That power. So we're dosed with amnestics every time we exit testing. No exceptions. The amnestics erase the recent memory. So, like you, I also don't remember 3348, but I have read our notes.
And have you completed testing on all the words?
All but one. There is a censored entry. We don't know why, we don't remember who censored it. But the consensus is that it's too dangerous.
Oh.
And you've never considered
Peeking?
Oh. That's no good, bro. You can't do that. Do you understand how many anomalous and oh, you are a fool. You are an idiot. You are a buffoon. You who is flying too close to the sun, Icarus. No more forgetting, huh? Do you not realize the idea and concept that some of these anomalous cognito hazards must be forgotten in order to keep yourself alive? I can think of like 2 or 3 off the top of my head that if you knew the secret, you would be either killed or you would end up in with a terrible fate. Dumbass. The power, when power corrupts, absolutely. Fool. This is you see, this is how you get. Hey, chat. Guess what? You see what this is? This is exactly how you get demoted to D class. Yeah, I guarantee you that this man has done something so terrible. He would never. He'd not only would they would not just demote him. They'd be D class. This is how you die. No, yep. This is how you become a D class, and you become experimented on, and in turn, you are turned into a bloody mess. Bigfoot. And then everybody ran screaming. Get bullied. Oh, he almost did. Hold on. Good. Good thing you didn't. Because if you had read those words, you would have ruined your entire everything. Yeah, that's a power you cannot handle.
Never. Best in quote for the Bachman.
Idiot. Fool of a took. You humans and your curiosity. Remember, being curious is not the worst thing in the world, but using curiosity dangerously is exactly the way you die. Fool. So, there is an entity that I know of that I can't really explain, but because the anomalous agents would not work, do not work on me, because if he tried anything against me, he would be in for a bad time. So which I had to fucking beat his ass before. However, I will not endanger all of you, but let's just say I know of a very powerful entity that is outside of this reality that is always on the fringes of it. And he is, if you find out what he is and who he is, you are instantly under his radar. To not know him is to basically sign your own death warrant. So the SCP Foundation does a similar thing where you continuously forget what it is every time you leave. They have to do checks on it to see how close it is to reality because it's trying to get into reality. And they frequently have to do forgetful check. They have to forget it or it will attack them and kill them. And again, since it's outside of reality and only manifests when it's attacking, it's literally impossible to fucking contain. And it has a Cthulhu effect. Yeah! It will fucking mess with your mind. To see it is to become mad. You know, to see it would mean you are no longer human. Only other anomalous creatures can view this being and maybe some powerful reality benders. You cannot view it and survive. Your mind will warp instantly, just like in Don't Look Outside. You will be warped beyond comprehension. You no longer will think like a human. In fact, it's a worse fate than Look Outside because its concept is so foreign to humans. To view it is to forget you are human and become something else. So, no, I will not explain what it is because I would endanger everyone here. Only a few things are keeping it from entering this reality, and one of them is me. But there's also a few other reality benders and powers that it can't fight. Like I believe if say the Scarlet King got into this world, it would not be able to fight the Scarlet King. It could literally. It is considered a Keter class, and it is also considered an XK class end of the world scenario. Because if everybody viewed it en masse, the entirety of the human race would end. It'd be gone, wiped. What? Oh, what happened to Site 13? This is a very intriguing story. I know that one quite well. Almost, someone might say, a little intimately. What happened to Site 13 was arrogance. Similar to this. Human arrogance. They had to, that reality, they had figured out how to contain literal gods. Entities that were beyond human comprehension, similar to the Gate Guardian and the Deer God. They were able to contain, which was Saturn, the god Saturn. They were able to contain these entities and in a box. Don't ask me how they learned how to do this, but their reality was far more, what's the word? Advanced. Hello, Kyoshiksi. Welcome in. We are doing SCP lore right now. But yeah, the Site 13 is a look into human arrogance and pride. Oh, let me check something here about this. Okay. I was just checking to see if that was something that you had made. You seemed to have passed that test. It wasn't something you weren't you weren't self-promoting, it looks like. Which was what I was a little worried of, but maybe I'm wrong. Because now that I'm looking at all these videos, strangely enough, all these videos don't have very many views, except for the one that you sent me.
What is this? What?
I'll be the judge of that. Upon watching it, it's not very funny. It's just some guy reading off comments that for an image of some guy who was, or a corpse of what looks like a corpse of a man who died during an eruption. It's not very funny. I don't know how this got so many views. Sorry. It's not, I wouldn't, I don't like it. Listen, I'm old. I don't watch crap like this. It is not entertaining to me. You gotta be a little bit more clever than that to get me to. Yeah, yes, I got that. Listen, I'm an old anomaly. I'm 36. Things like this do not tickle my fancy. I need way more than that. If you're gonna do masturbation jokes, you better know how to stiffen the competition. People, MalO, people. 3,600 years old. Women, yes, I am very old. I am ancient, even though I am a weird computer anomaly. Yeah, that's very very low tier kind of comedy. You have to be unbelievably clever. Why is suddenly we have bee puns? Are we watching the Bee movie with Barry B. Benson? I am SCP Dad. To forget. So he did it again. To fall?
That would be against the rules. If anyone were caught doing that. Getting fired would be the least of your problems.
He forgot his glasses, but yet he's supposed to be saying the words to not forget. Is there like a time limit to how long this ability lasts?
I admire that. I'll cut to the chase.
Hey,
You've not been here long.
You
may even be the youngest doctor we have, but you've already developed something of a reputation. They call you the savant. I hear you're driven, ambitious, and that you have an instinctual understanding of many SCPs. Many come to you for help. I want to show you something.
Yeah, Karma, I agree. That is actually straight up disrespectful. What are we watching? Is this some kind of VCR anomaly? VCR tape? Uh... Yeah, that's... I want to say it's 106, but I don't think it's 106. 106 doesn't look like that. He's more blackened by the sludge. Deadpool. What is he?
Are you familiar with SCP-106?
It is 106. Okay.
Vaguely. Looks like a rotting corpse. Preys on the young, afraid of light. He can slip into a pocket dimension by
Yeah, that's one thing they don't talk about in the in like the SCP games about 106. This guy, I've said before, 106 is twisted. He is not just somebody who goes after people to, you know, kill them. He doesn't just drag you into his pocket dimension to torture you. He goes after kids and women. He like targets them specifically because they're weaker. And not only that, he also harvests people's organs because he's always constantly melting. He's always degrading. So he always has to replace things that are inside of him. So he takes people's organs.
Entering any wall or floor, and then exit any place that's physically connected to that surface. We have to levitate his chamber with magnets just to keep it off the floor, to keep him contained. A few years back, there was a breach.
Yeah, he's a freaking monster. And if the Foundation will let me know where he is, I don't think you will have to worry about him being an anomaly no more.
106 got loose during a test. He pulled our videographer into that.
That's his
He was a
pocket
young guy.
pocket
We
dimension.
never got him back. 26 hours later, we found his camera outside the test chamber.
See, this is an entity the GOC would want destroyed completely and utterly.
Why are you showing me this?
So he's a worse individual, way worse than Jeepers Creepers. Jeepers Creepers is sadistic, and you can tell he is, but he's also doing this in a way to keep himself prolonged as well. He does this in a way that not only does he get satisfaction in torturing people, like Jeepers Creepers, he likes the fear and it smells good to him, but he specifically is a sadist. He revels in the idea of hurting others, especially those who are weaker than him. He is a coward. He's a cowardly old man, and I could literally squish his skull with both my fucking bare hands if I could get him on him.
Have proven to be quite helpful with difficult problems. Is there anything here that could be interpreted as a time displacement to you?
It's a spatial anomaly. At least that's what we know.
I had a colleague at the time. She worked a desk job here. Nothing dangerous. The day 106 got loose, she had brought her 11-year-old daughter to work.
Oh, fuck.
She was the youngest person in the building. I wasn't putting her in any more risk than she already was. We used the girl as bait.
Oh.
We recaptured 106.
No, you did not. 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 You didn't. You didn't. You didn't. You did not. You did not. You did not use the fucking femur breaker, did you? On a child? You tell me that right now you did not do that.
But we lost the little girl. Her poor mother still works here, hoping her daughter will reappear one day. I'm retiring soon.
They didn't use her as at least they didn't use the femur breaker on her, but she got fucking sucked into his other dimension. God damn it. Oh, did you not know? We're all different MalOs. Every single one of us is a different MalO. We are all very unique MalOs. Yeah, I don't think they did, but they still used her as bait to get 106. Listen, I don't agree with the facility a lot of the times. This is one of those times. I don't care if you could learn something from 106. But the thing is that keeping him around with his abilities to go through any wall and be able to disappear at a moment's notice is so unbelievably and incredibly dangerous that you're better off not learning his secrets and completely and utterly obliterating him from this universe and every universe.
But my mind always
Loads shotgun and assault rifle. Those do damage him. He doesn't like guns. Listen, it doesn't kill him, but because he has those sludge abilities, but it does damage his organs, so he has to get new organs. Are you allowed to now knock the guard out? I don't know. Is there the guard acting strangely?
always drifts back to that one event. If there's any chance that time runs differently in there, if there's any chance she's still...
Yeah, every MalO is different. I am a lot different because, well, I like to keep my secrets a secret. The Foundation keeps their secrets a secret for good reason. I also keep mine secret for a reason, and that is because the less other anomalies figure out about me, the better. Because when they don't know what I'm capable of, then they can't make counterattacks against me.
I want to know.
I can't tell from the footage. Can I get access to 106?
Fool of a took. You really are a fool.
Too dangerous.
Yep.
I can't risk another containment breach. Even if I wanted to do more testing, 106 requires a unanimous council vote. We'd never get it. Thanks for coming by, Dr. Scott. You're doing great work.
Sir, there's something else I wanted to discuss with you.
You have your notes?
Yes.
Keep him on track. We've already agreed to his demands for a body, but that only gives us 3 minutes. Be quick.
Wait. Yep.
Transferring deep
I know who this is.
Guards clear. You are go to open transfer case.
Guess who? Another son of a bitch.
Timer start.
Timer set. 3 minutes.
.035, can you hear me? I need you to tell me who helped facilitate your escape attempt.
It wasn't my attempt. I can't control what others choose to do.
Knowing more
Goddamn
about the
mask.
psych profile of those most vulnerable to your manipulation will help us going.
Manipulation? 2 accusations right out of the gate. What, did they make you the bad cop? If not, you really need to work on your rapport building. Listen, I can tell you the facts.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
I thought you only spoke Kaijin Ethiopian. Relax. They didn't hear that. Tell me, Dr. Scott, if someone breaks the rules, should I rat them out?
2 minutes.
I guess that depends. Is loyalty to the coordinator of a fellow
As I stated, this guy is a fucking son of a bitch. If there's one thing I hate more than, or one of the things I hate, well, I can't hate that more, but if there's one thing more I hate as much as I hate it as a sadist, it's a manipulator. I do not like this mask. And if I could, again, this thing would not exist for very long. If I could get my hands on it. He is too dangerous to be allowed to live. He is not something he's not an entity you can talk to and make buddies with. He is not some con man that you can figure out and basically talk him into turning into over a leaf. He is a creature that only knows self-indulgence because he's not human. And I am a firm believer in many anomalies having human traits, being one myself. But the concept of something like this, which you have tried again and again and again to try to rectify this, the thing is that he is never once cracked because he can read minds. MalO, I'm curious if you destroyed parts of the old man's brain with heavy rounds, what would happen to him? Would he be weakened? See, I'm not sure. I don't know because they've never shot him in the head. They've always went for the body. But maybe I'm wrong.
escape attempt worth all this? Or do you want powerful allies?
Worth all this? I have a body. Legs to stretch, even if it does decompose in 3 minutes. This is the best 3 minutes I've had this week. What are you offering?
What do you want?
Bodies. They've slowed down testing and never get to feed anymore.
Rumor is the researcher who puts this issue to bed gets promoted. Give me what I want, and as site director, I will make sure you never sleep hungry again. The site director has power over all SCPs and operations in this facility.
30 seconds.
If you want out more, I'd get in his good graces.
I think a lot of creatures have their soft side. I do. But there literally is creatures that are alien to the concept of humanity. I think this might be one of them. I'm not sure if he was a human at one point in time, but he doesn't consider us as humans. He considers us, the entities outside of him, as food. That's all he sees is bodies. If he could get on my body, he would. If he could get on your body, he would. Because you're food. You're not a friend. That's all he sees us as.
Dr. Ramirez, the psychologist examining my interviewers, may herself need to be examined. That's one secret revealed. Failed to give me what I want, and I dropped the other.
Time.
Doesn't he like completely consume the body? If he's on too long, it turns into sludge. I guess that 3 minutes is when death happens to the body, but to the if he wasn't it that if he continues to be on the body for longer than 3 minutes, the body rapidly decomposes and turns into a sludge? What was that? Who meet who? Never let who meet who now? The old man and the mask, do you mean? Yeah. I really don't like that idea at all. The idea of a body that's already decomposing, meeting the idea of a body that, or a creature that causes decomposing, but basically making the mask nigh invulnerable. That kind of concept scares the crap out of me, because 106 might be sadistic and evil, but he's not smart. He's clever, but he's not smart. I mean, he keeps getting himself recontained every time he gets out. So, all because he can't help his sadistic nature. As they say, evil will always defeat itself before it is. For evil is always infallibly designed. Infallibly designed to implode on itself, sort of. I don't remember the exact wording, but basically evil will always fail in the long run because it always consumes itself. But the idea of this very intelligent mask getting on 106, so 106's abilities becoming way more powerful, because now you have a mask that is heavily and highly manipulative, who can read your mind and your thoughts and get into your head, now having the capabilities of that other creature. Evil fails to its own arrogance. Yes, exactly. And this creature is way more arrogant, the mask, but also it is way more smart. It is way cleverer. That's not a word. It does become sludge. Oh god, yeah, 608, 682 with the this is why I'm telling you, man. There's a reason why I told you that 035 has to be destroyed. I've stated it. Ooh. Ya boy, thank you for the subscription. 2 years of little ya baby man. Yay! Wait, didn't you give a subscription last month? So you should be in the attendance for winning MalO merch, ya boy. Yay! I'll have to write it down. But Mr. MalO, I want to meet your dimension. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't want to be here. It's not a pretty dimension. Write it down, or else I'm knocking you on your door. Listen, I gotta figure out why Stream Elements isn't telling me exactly who subscribed, so I gotta figure that out. You can't. The dimension hopping capabilities are hard, and it takes a lot of power. I mean, look what happened to Site 13. Site 13 built a reactor that was so powerful that when it failed, that's how they jumped reality. Essentially, the mask manipulates to get his ways, and if he doesn't get in, he causes sludge and chaos. Yeah, yep. The mask should not ever be gotten near any creature. Yes, this is the mask one, yo boy. This is 035. Too many lines ago. Sips milkshake. Cookie. You're making me hungry.
Desire for a stronger alliance in that way. That was clever.
The site director is the person to know. Which reminds me, I know you've been considering who to recommend as a replacement. I'd like to put my name forward.
I appreciate the zeal, but I don't think you're ready.
But sir,
Look, you're doing great work, but you're still very inexperienced.
Yeah.
You said it yourself. The other scientists respect me. I believe I've proven myself.
Aaron,
I was told whoever cracked the 035 escape attempt would be getting your recommendation.
even if that were true, I'd recommend the team lead, not a random researcher. Aaron, you're still young. Go out, find a wife. Do not make this foundation your entire life.
This foundation already is my life. I deserve the position.
Well, frankly, you've yet to display the temperament necessary.
I must become a site director.
The recommendation is mine to give.
We'll see.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Marge, remind me to conduct an employee review on Dr. Aaron Scott.
This is the dumbass. You don't fucking say shit like that to the site director. You do not. Listen, this isn't like some kind of like business where you say something like that and the boss kind of lets you go. This is the Foundation. You start letting things slip like that, that's how you get demoted. Quick, fast. They don't like that sort of thing. And most any site director I've ever met does not take bullshit. For the most part.
Mark it urgent.
I'm going to give you one more chance to promote me.
Oh?
Making a threat, Dr. Scott?
But first, I'm going to tell you a story. Imagine I left this room very angry. 1, 2.
Very angry. I'm so angry. Oh no.
3, 4. I went straight to 106's chamber.
Hey, is there anything scheduled for 106 today?
And I disabled the suspensions. Doc Finride Docs my field.
SCP-106's chamber suspensions have failed. The chamber's made contact with the floor.
We go into full lockdown. You'd be trapped.
Now, floodlights on.
It wouldn't matter.
106 is missing.
106 would take me.
Because he's predictable. Why are you giving him your whole game plan? What's your end goal here, buddy? Welcome to hell.
Stupid enough to get caught by 106. You deserve your fate.
Got you.
He doesn't like lights, but I don't think he's that deterred by him.
$736, $735.
He'd never let you go.
I wouldn't leave it up to him. 290, 289, 288. Saito Heberad Felonio.
No longer trapped, huh?
I'd kill you. And as long as I hired no one younger than myself and was able to fend off his occasional abduction attempts, 106's pocket dimension would give me discreet, unrestricted access to the entire site. This is your last chance, Site Director Roth. Recommend me as your replacement, or die.
You're delusional. Even if you managed a single step in this process, I'd be swarmed by guards. I know your plan. You're not getting anywhere near 106. You are leaving this room in handcuffs.
This place deserves a better site director. One that doesn't accidentally sacrifice little girls.
You scum!
What happened?
You don't remember? Maybe you shouldn't leave your coffee mug so close to the walls then. Did I say I would do these things? Or that I already did?
Yeah, it's all because of that
Did you forget we're in a lockdown?
send me in, man. This one, not other way around. Is a suppository. Okay, Jack. Also, send me in. I think I could take this guy if I take him fast enough. I'm pretty sure you have to get words out. And with my ability to literally instantly teleport to any location I want to, he doesn't get a time to speak. Also, he can't use amnestics on me because that doesn't work. Yeah, Free Zone. I was thinking that one too.
You see, I
Send me
promised
out.
you when I'd be getting that promotion. And I'm a man of my word.
035's gonna kill you, bro. .035 is literally going to fucking murder you, you numbnut. He's not going to be satisfied with staying in the goddamn facility. He has manipulated you, and now you're dead.
To my fellow scientists, years ago, poor leadership robbed you of your daughter. You've been a loyal employee. You deserve the truth. She's not coming back. Sometimes difficult choices must be made, but incompetence can never be excused. As site director, I can promise competence, vigilance. I promise to always put the best interests of the Foundation first.
There's a lot more to this.
This facility is my life.
Bro, you better not let somebody fucking. You better not let somebody. I like the intimidation factor and everything, but if 05 finds out about they're gonna listen. I can already see this. There are gonna be suspicions in the 05 council or from some of the higher echelon in the Foundation. They're gonna be like, why? How did this guy get so high on this roster? Yeah, it's wild to me that they think that they would have zero idea, and that Roth, what the fuck happened to Roth? Where wouldn't you be? I get it, amnestics and shit, but
employees will always get what they deserve.
Yeah, they will, won't they, brother? Cool writing and all, but again, I really do not see, he's at best a weak ass fucking reality bender. Bro, he's out here playing 5D chess by having to have the idea of, oh yeah, I can use SCPs 106 to go anywhere I want and do whatever I want, and I have all these words that do all these things, and I'm like, literally a reality bender based on 106 by Dr. Gears, and literally one dude on the on the roster, one person with the capabilities of Dr. Clef. One reality bender could do everything that this guy just did, easier and faster and with more finesse. This guy thinks he's so smart. All it would take is one of the. There are SCP Foundation members who can read minds. They can literally see into this guy and know exactly what he's on about. He'd have to he better stay in this site. Because if he goes to any other site with any of the other fucking personnel with these kind of capabilities, he's done. He'd be dead. I don't know, Soul Reap, what to tell you. I don't think anybody else has that problem. I don't know what to tell you. How long has that been going on? Test. Test. What, my normal voice? What, my normal voice? Testing 1, 2, 3, audio 1. Testing 1, 2, 3, audio 1. Looks like Twitch was having a stroke of some sort. Well, now you got audio back at me. Your audio is incorrect. It is flawed. So I thought that was good. I'll give it credit where credit is due. I thought it was good, but overall, I feel like that they're overstepping their bounds with this guy being like this, like 500 IQ genius. Because I feel, I've seen plenty enough SCPs and people in the SCP Foundation to understand that something like this would, to be tried, like if they tried anything like this, there would be some retribution. You know, there's no way that something like this wouldn't have been reviewed. I guarantee that. Like I've seen some of the I've heard some of the staff being not, thoroughly enough look through. But for an entire site director to disappear, are you going to amnesticize, I mean, the O5 Council, the Ethics Council, or Ethics Committee? Are you gonna amnestix all of them? Or is that how you're gonna make everybody forget the site director existed and that he just disappeared? Wouldn't it go higher in the food chain? Like, very strange. So the new site director is really young, and we've got reports that he's really ambitious, and the other site directors disappeared. So you're telling me nobody asked any of those questions? He amnesticized everybody? That's how he did it? I mean, it's clever and everything, but I guarantee there's no way that would fly for a week. The O5 Council would be sending somebody to investigate him within a week, and if they disappeared or something like that, it'd be over. Like they'd be investigating this guy pretty thoroughly and trying to figure out what the hell happened to the original site director. It would be. I've never heard of anything. I've heard of some of the Foundation staff doing some nefarious things behind the scenes and doing stuff that got a lot of people into trouble or hurt or killed or but I've never heard of somebody doing all of that in order to become the site director. Yeah, O5 Council are the top. The O5 Council are the more likely the highest people in the entire world. Some of the highest end people, like the richest, the most influential. We don't know, and we also know that a lot of the SCP O5 Council could be anomalous themselves with their own abilities, probably reality benders of some sort. More than likely. And like I said, good luck, cool, and everything. Great job, Crawford Films. That was a good film. I liked it. But, yeah, I don't see that guy lasting more than a week. Now, that depends on what universe you are in, Karma. Dr. Clef in one of the SCP-001s, which is known as the Mansion, I believe. Yeah, he ended up becoming an O5 council member eventually. I don't know if this one did, though. This universe's. Also, what song recommendation? I don't know if I'll listen to it on stream. I don't mind watching the Doctor one. I wouldn't mind seeing what they had in plan for this one.